What's up, everybody? Sorry for the late start. We got Monday birthday stream. We had a pre-birthday celebration in the Simul yesterday. Thanks for changing your challenge to 7 plus 5. Schumacher. What is up? What is up? Good morning. Good birthday. Misters. Yesterday I was saying that D4 players, bad players don't play D4. Except for the people who play the London, who are just lame. Lame. But Schumacher, you're not lame. Yesterday I don't know. Yesterday I analyzed my OTB game from the Hungarian Teen Championship, and Softfish claims that I was like cheating with a computer or something because I never had like an OTB game this good, like according to the engine analysis, but it was like 0 mistakes, 0 inaccuracies, 0 blunders, 7 sent upon loss. I mean, that sometimes happens with like really short games, but this was like a 44 move game. I had no inaccuracies, 7 sent upon loss, and my opponent had like 1 inaccuracy, 11 sent upon loss. I don't know, maybe the computer just doesn't work right. 0-0-0, Long Castle. It was a draw. I was clearly better. I was like +2 when I agreed to repetition of position. But I had like been really stressed out about, I had to make like 10 moves in 2 minutes or something. No, I have to put the game in a study. My handwriting is so bad that I'm still astounded by some people. They're so calm that they write. I'm very nervous, so my handwriting is sloppy. A lot of people they look like they have model handwriting. It's unbelievable. But I always have to like reconstruct the games later because I'm not sure about I can't read my own writing. Hey, thanks Schieberspieler. Happy birthday. All right, what are we doing here? Oh, you're an E3 player. No, the E3. I played it. Yeah, I played Burkic. We played very solidly. He didn't so much as me. So what are we doing here? You want to transpose to a? Let's transpose to a Panov. I don't know why. Yeah, man, my team's like really weak, but the other team is like, their top 4 boards would be like an Olympic team. It's ridiculous. It was like African nation faces like top 15 Olympic team. And my team got 1 out of 4 on the top 4 boards, which is pretty amazing. Honestly, like 4 2600s. And my team is just amateurs. I was surprised. I thought I was the only one who had a chance, but our second board like tricked Erdos in the opening and got a clear advantage. So we had 2 draws, but in both cases, like, both of us were clearly better. Anyway, my team lost horribly, but that's to be expected. Alright. Yeah, the problem is like I didn't know who I was gonna play. I could play like 5 different people, so there's no way to prepare. Bishop D2. How the hell am I gonna prepare? 5 different opponents. Check Knight C6. Schieberspieler, how did you do? I didn't have time to look up your result. I kept telling myself I should check how Schieberspieler did, but I forgot. You guys, you must have had a match yesterday, no? Yeah, I didn't play. I almost played the Catalan Husky, but then I was like, no, I'm not gonna play the Catalan. I know, I don't know the Catalan well enough. Who did you play against? Second division, board two. Board two? Still early. Don't know that player. Who is that? An Austrian player? He must be young. I don't know, I never heard of him. George is a very popular Germanic name. I guessed right away. Alright. But I mean, yeah, you're in Hungary West, right? Knight c6. I felt kind of bad about like offering a draw or agreeing to a draw in a clearly better position. But I was really, honestly, I hate playing in the morning. I can't even begin to. After the World Senior, it's just like castles, bishop c6, bishop takes c3. So what are we doing here? You're trying to win material? Dude, that's kind of greedy. Greedy man. That is a greedy move, sir. You can't necessarily win material here, you know. Very, very greedy. Bishop d7, bishop takes c6, bishop takes c3, that loses a piece. That's out. So there's queen d6, which is a weird move. I don't see the point. I think I ought to just castle. If I lose a pawn, I lose a pawn. Right? That's funny. I never heard of that player. That's weird. Kilgore was here. Well, you can't know everything. 48, he's almost exactly my age. 46. Yeah, exactly. He's almost as old as me. Happy birthday to me. He must not get out and about from the but I mean, he's playing in the Hungarian team league. That's weird. You know, I've played like 10 times in the Hungarian second division. I never heard of that guy. So that's kind of weird. But whatever. I don't know everything. I am also very young. Thank you. Oh man. Somebody donate that man he's already a subscriber. He's a VIP. Alright, Schumacher, don't take my pawn. Schumacher. I always try to like lose this pawn so that my light square bishop doesn't suck. Whenever I can. Aster donated a sub. It wasn't today, right? This was before? Yesterday, Mr. Slow donated 25 gift subs, so it's kind of hard to keep track after all that. Queen d5 doesn't really look that great. How do you want to play this? I could play the wonderful world of bishop d7. That's exciting. Talk about materialistic. What does the non-materialistic player do in this situation? Bishop d7. Bishop d7 is... It's kind of horrific. Feels like the kind of thing you shouldn't do, you know. Mr. Shoemaker. Keeping it fast, yeah. That's the thing, that I'm sitting there against Burkic with like a clear advantage and I know it, you know, but it's like I've got 26 minutes left for the game. And it's not that easy. Like the computer says it's +2, but it's not like I was up material. I was just like better strategically and there was no clear way to break through. It's not enough time, man. Like 26 minutes for the game. I was worried I would get in time pressure. Excuses. But yeah, he had an interesting idea in the Rogozin. Maybe I could share the game on Thursday with our subscriber stream. Computer lies. I don't know, man. It's up to your CPU, I guess. Dude, this is a horrible move. This is a truly horrible move. Probably like almost loses for black. I'm just not... I should be shot for this move, to be honest. Bishop g5 h6. What are you gonna do? Oh no. Truly horrible what I'm doing here. I would be like really pissed if someone that I was teaching played like I did this game. But he's pressuring me on time. I couldn't think of a good move. I know that my position is okay after knight e5. I mean, I could play anything. Maybe c5 is like a good move. What's wrong with c5? Why didn't I just play c5? Honestly. Why the hell didn't I just play c5? It's a perfectly good move. Or it's not. One or the other. Maybe it's a good move. I'm not sure. Truthfully, I think black's only a tiny bit worse here. But as usual, I just didn't come up with a solution. Oops, I lost my c6 pawn. You see, this puts Schumacher in a problem where he has to actually calculate. Like, he doesn't like that. He wants to beat people without calculating. Like, you have to play like Petrosian to do that, you know. And you're just not Petrosian. That means you have to do more calculations. Black's position is horrifying. I can't make decisions, you know. It's like too early in the morning. Yesterday, I go to the goddamn McDonald's before my game. McDonald's is like the only way I can get some coffee and like a breakfast sandwich before a game of the 2600, right? So what happens when I walk up to McDonald's? What do you think? It's like work hours should be open. What do you guys think happens, right? There's a little toddler on one of those little plastic motor thingies inside the McDonald's, riding around. You know those little plastic toys that you ride on when you're like 3 years old? I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. There's a sign on the door and McDonald's is closed. So they're having some kind of like private party for like Rugrats, and I can't get a coffee before my game. Really, really happy about that. We're gonna have to have a talk with McDonald's management. You can't just like close McDonald's so you can have a birthday party for 3-year-olds. That's not right. I don't care if it's Sunday, you know? You can have like a birthday party in like one corner of the freaking McDonald's or something. You don't close the whole restaurant. That's insane. Alright. So I couldn't even get a decent coffee. I drank this a gas station cappuccino, which is like from a machine. The worst, you know? I don't think there's even any caffeine in it. They had those at the World Senior. Nothing like gas station cappuccino. It's made from like some kind of powder or something. That was my coffee before my game with Burkic. So that's how I am right now. I'm like, can't play if I'm not awake. I don't know how this happened, but my position is okay. How's my position? How did I get an okay position? Do you like my pawn structure? Raise your hand if you like my pawn structure. How you like my king safety? I agree, but you know, less pieces. The less pieces on the board, the less it matters. Actually, my theory is that when you reach the position where there's two major pieces left, you should start thinking about I repeat, thinking about king centralization. So the best example is like two rooks. If we both have two rooks, or just a queen, you know, one piece is definitely you want to centralize. One heavy piece you definitely want to centralize your king. Two heavy pieces is Mubat has been verified. Veribot. Uh-oh. Wait a minute here now. This looks a little shaky. Yeah, if only my f6 pawn was on g7, I might be better. Still not that easy to attack it with just a queen and a rook. Look at that. Check. So I'm going to have to do this. Nice move. Yeah, you did it that way. Okay. I was more worried about you not trading queens. What's up with this, huh? Uh-oh. So now f4 takes e3. Now I'm in trouble. Nearly lost. Maybe lost. Damn it. He's an endgame genius. Oh, you have that too? Wow. Holy shit, he's an endgame pro. Wow. I didn't know you were an endgame pro. Queen trades are not welcome. I thought it's going to be an easy draw. What was I supposed to play? What did I miss here? Look at the active king. Active king never. Oh my god. You're kidding me. I just lost? Oh my god. He sees everything. He told me, he said he was gonna win today. He even called it like before the game. That's how weak I am. Look at that technique. It's stalemate. I'd like to see your technique, sir. I'd like to see his Enge technique, how perfectly he played that ending. Using like no time. Accuracy 98%, 99%. What did I have instead of King G6? You played probably bad? Are you kidding me? Like, the middle part may be a little bit bad, but like the end game you played like a grandmaster. And using no time. Better than me. Are you serious? I knew the endgame should have been a draw. I wasn't lost. I mean, it doesn't seem like I should be lost, but my technique is horrible. So check out Sumahair 1900 versus Sparkle Horse. Average cent upon loss 16. 2 inaccuracies versus 53. That's not too brutal. What? Alright, I gotta refresh the page or something. It's not coming through. Come on, dude, I already did request to turn a game analysis. Are you serious? Are you effing serious, dude? Schumacher? 13 CPL, 2 inaccuracies. 99% accuracy? Why do I have 98% accuracy? How can that make sense? What is this accuracy shit? Something's not right with this program, man. 89% accuracy? How do you figure? I have 2 blunders. No, Stockfish is not crazy. You played a virtually perfect game. You played 14 CPL, 3 inaccuracies. What I don't understand is this stupid measurement of accuracy. 89% accuracy. I made 2 blunders. Like, okay. Schieberspieler feels I was drawing. I mean, these 2 moves right here, I was surprised by Queen B3. I didn't think you would want with my king position. A4 has got to be the engine's #1 move. So I thought about F3. It's risky for you. Yeah. I don't know. Interestingly, Queen B3 right away. I was completely like, oh, everything's fine. F5 is a blunder. although it looks okay. Queen b3 is the engine number 1 move. I never would have played that if I was white. There's no way I play queen b3 here. I would want to keep the queens on and play against the exposed black king normally. He found queen b3 in -1 seconds. That's pretty impressive. This should be a draw, but I missed something. But I don't understand. Oh, right. But I didn't think king g6 worked, Schieberspieler. I thought I was just losing my... Oh, that's my problem. Okay. I don't know. I had a weird... I'll tell you what I don't know why. I thought I couldn't save the e-pawn. So, I didn't play king g6 because I thought... I don't know what I thought. I just didn't think. Yeah. This is stupid. I had some kind of weird hallucination that I didn't play this. I mean, I think that I missed like rook down, check, and rook in front. But the truth is I have f5 as well, so... The opening was horrible. When I played bishop d7, you gotta find a good move here. It is c5, right? Yeah. a5. No, c5 is the move. Of course. I guess I had a weird hallucination that you can play queen c6 and it's good or something. But I mean, what are you going to do? Like, leave your king in the center? Rook b8, queen takes c5, bishop a6. Apparently even I have knight e4 there. So I'm just not fully awake, you know. Good game. No, I mean, what you did was artificial, and it shouldn't give white anything. I just can't calculate in the morning. World loser. Thomas Strangson. Happy birthday to me. Alright. I'm only 39 this year. Thanks for all the birthday wishes. What else is up? Christmas is coming. Old age is here. I love old age. I just want to retire. My pension program isn't too good, so I can't retire yet. That's why I have to start really taking chess seriously. Chess players don't get good retirement funds. Maybe in like 10 years my kids can start supporting me. That's kind of optimistic in today's society. To imagine like your 20-year-old children, 20-something children earning a living, right? Subzinga, thanks. Sub-Zero. Happy birthday, sir. Yeah, thanks. Of course I got beaten. I deserve to lose for playing bishop d7. I'm also notoriously bad at rook endings. World loser is just... wow. You know, you would think with his speed, he should be like an overtly tactical player. But he's basically a fast, strategic-based player. Alright. A5 pawn... if I push A5... we can do this. It's legal. Not without some risk. I wonder if Nimzovich would approve of A5. Probably. What am I supposed to do after that? What if my pawn gets weak? I'm gonna try to lose every game today to make you guys happy. How does that sound? Everybody can be happy. I'm here to make you happy. Asterbate? What would Asterbate play? He would keep that queen d6 in reserve, man. That's like way too... it's way too blatant. Asterbate waits at least one move here. Wow. Rook h4. He's trying to play the whole game in 20 seconds out of respect for my philosophy of the game. Okay. So what do we do? I don't think this is that great. Yeah, he found it. Okay. So if knight c4... wait, what's wrong with knight c4? There's nothing wrong with knight c4. Okay, what does that do? Nothing. I'm surprised he didn't play g5 there. I didn't calculate that. That wasn't part of the program. programming. Yeah, well, my queen is strangely placed here. Oh, that's not bad, actually. It's not bad. A lot of people would have played g5 because material is so important to them. They'll do anything to win material. That's like kindergarten chess. The first thing we learn. You know, when you see, I always talk about this, but when you see little kids playing, you know that they don't truly understand chess because they're counting the pieces on the side of the board, you know, that have been captured. They're focused on the wrong thing, you know. The captured pieces rather than the ones that are in play. They're counting their pieces. Can I play knight f5? Yeah, it allows that break. I was thinking about a different move here, but what? Let's try this one more time. I have a lot of different moves here if you repeat with knight d7. G5 is crazy. G5, rook h6, king g7, that's nuts. You can't do that, that's insane. Okay. So what do I want to do? Having trouble deciding on a move here. I mean, there's a lot of options. White is a good position. Maybe I should just like reorganize. I've never been a big believer in the reti concept of playing queen a1. The whole like reti thing with like rook c2 and queen a1 is totally overrated. Queens are usually not good on a1. This is not bad. As far as a queen on a1 goes, I still don't think it's a good square. There's a lot better places my queen could be. F3, G4, H5, probably A4, E2, that's probably the best square. Safe, but in the center. Jeez. Jesus. G5's crazy, but F5's okay. Genuinely different concepts, I agree. But wait a minute. So takes, queen takes, F2's attacked. Yeah, F5 looks insane. Not as insane as G5, but close. F5 is only slightly less insane than G5, though. But at least he mobilizes his rook. It makes a little bit more sense. It's still very risky, I think, for black. Phew. I mean, his pieces gains some mobility here. telling you, my queen is in a shitty square on A1. That is the truth, bro. Alright. Okay. Did I hang any pieces yet? Not yet. Jeez. He's got this rook swinging over here. You're not the only one, Chess Kudo. Wow. So that's pretty scary. We're enjoying this now, huh? Maniac. He's a maniac. This looks crazy. His knight is hanging, right? I'm just gonna run for it. He has that. Weird. I just lost a pawn. Clear. Neil subscribed. Wow, what's that about? Okay. Wait. I don't understand how he's so fast. He doesn't even have a high bullet rating. He's 2202. Look at that. Look at that nasty little trick there. Okay, 2202 is pretty good, but you'd think with his speed he would be like 2600 in bullet. I think he pre-moves all of his moves. Oh no. Alright, dude. That's gotten super annoying, dude. Thanks, King Kong. Thanks for subscribing, Nils. Yeah, we'll never believe it. If you won a game, oh my god. Oh, you lost a game. Sorry. Most people be like, oh, you never believe it. Was your opponent as old as me? 39, man. What are you talking about? 50s. It's like my time just keeps disappearing, dude. His time doesn't disappear. His clock seems to run. Must just be my lag or something. Ping 80. Seems like his clock doesn't run. I don't want to talk about it. We're not going to talk about this. You're on shaky ground. Shaky ground there, bro. That's so hackneyed, you know? At least you could come up with something original. I mean, seriously, if you're gonna troll me, use a little bit of creativity. I mean, come on. It's like the oldest bullshit in the world. It's almost as old as me. Man, he almost confused me with Rook A4. Alright. We don't talk about this. We don't talk about this. It's the battle of philosophies about this is a battle of philosophies about online chess and time management. Sometimes, you know, he gets lucky, sometimes I get lucky. Alright. Tomas Transon. Somebody challenged me to 3+2. That's way too fast for a senior citizen. We're taking challenges at 7+5. There was one moment, I think, where I was probably lost when he played F3 and then followed it up. I think he could probably get to a winning rook ending, maybe, probably, but I'm not sure because I didn't have time to calculate. That's why I blundered. I just freaked out. You know, once in a while you're like a total noob and you reach this situation where you just make, like, you're about to flag, so you just like make a move. I try to avoid that at all costs. Usually I can, but that time, oh shit, he played b5. That time I couldn't. I just did it. You know, I just flat out played whatever. You know, I was about to flag, and I just like made a random move there. I haven't done that in a while. Thomas Trason, you know this is technically not correct what you're doing here, but that's alright. We'll let you get away with it. Thomas Trason playing the Benko anyway. Yeah, I mean it's probably a thing you can do in Blitz or Rapid. Don't do this in a tournament game, okay? Let's just promise that we won't play the non-Benko in a real like OTB tournament or something. That would be too much. But I'll accept it for Rapid and Blitz. It's got the World Loser like time start. You guys are just mean till they try to flag me in the morning on my birthday. That's just uncalled for. Not exactly the most aggressive refutation here. What's going on this week, by the way? Tomorrow we'll host a tournament, some kind of fast rapid. D5 feels like it transposes to something, but not good. Alright, well, this is not that stupid for black. He can play D5 with that structure. I don't feel like I even played this right. Needs some kind of compensation. I think the way I played this got to be too passive. I mean, never in my life has anyone played this move against me, B5. I have to take it, and otherwise I'm like transposing to a bad Benko I don't know. On A6, like what options do I have here? Again, transposing to a Benko I don't play, or taking the pawn. And I guess I could take on A6. Maybe there's a case to be made for that. I don't know. Interesting. A3. See? That's why they pay you the big bucks. To be honest, I don't like either move. But that's all we can do. Something passive. The computer's probably like white's just up a pawn for nothing here. But I don't think it's so easy. Oh, you want to do that extended queenside fianchetto. Mm-hmm. I'm like trying to lose a piece, I guess. See if I can lose a piece. Less pawn moves, less weaknesses, Mr. Nils. I mean, the thing about this position is that even though I'm up a pawn, he has a big pawn, like a super pawn on d5. You're the one that told me that I'm good enough to ignore principles. Something tells me that's not exactly what I said. There's a difference between, like, you know, there's a difference between, like, finding exceptions to the rules and ignoring principles. Yeah. You're good enough to find the... to play for the exceptions to the rules, but that's still far cry from ignoring principles. Yeah, I mean, the more I teach, the more I realize really my own game improves, because I'm appreciating, you know, how principles really come into play a little bit better, I think. Yeah, why not play knight takes d4 here? See, I'm thinking about queen takes d4 because there's obvious tactics on the diagonal. But at the same time, I mean, this is concrete. Queen is exposed on d4. Pawn takes is really ugly strategically, but also I guess has to be considered, or should be considered. Yeah, this is a big bishop. I'm up a pawn. I have two connected pass pawns on the queen side, and now I get his extra bishop. Bishops are worth more than knights, according to Howard Staunton anyway. And a few other people. Fisher was big on bishops. I still like queen d4. I don't know why I like that queen d4 so much. That's a good one. You got to be raised in a Catholic family to appreciate that. All right. All I know is that everybody's faster than me. What is, like, 10% of the players who play in the stream are slower than me? Oh, your parents are not Catholic. Okay. I just, like, assume, like, every European country has, like, a Catholic. I don't know why. Hungary, Romania are Catholic. Okay, there's a lot of Orthodox down here in Serbia. But I don't know about, like, Northern Europe very much. All right. Yeah, no, I'm not Catholic either, but it's really big here. Dude, I'm from America. Like half the people in America are like Italian or Irish, right? And they're all Catholic. Half of my town was Catholic when I grew up. All right. Missed some basic knowledge. I'm from America. How about you? America. America is great. Spamming a chat, Holmes. You're the only person. What's Acerbate? Sleeping? Acerbate, no falling asleep on my birthday. Birthday stream. I've got 2 challenges from Hey It's Miro, Alexander, King Kong 3. I try to make sure that I always have less time than my opponent. I'm beginning to wonder if it's like subconscious. Do I subconsciously have to always have less time or something? Some people have the opposite going on. How's that back rank treating you? I'm only up 1 pawn. So let's see. He didn't do it. I thought he would play rook takes rook for sure. I don't know. Winning endgame. Winning with endgames. I like your H6 idea. Of course, it's winning. Like yesterday, I had a tough game. It was very, very close position, and I had to make like 10 moves in 2 minutes in a position that was really, really close. Maybe I was like tiny bit worse. And by the time I made the time control, I was like stressed out. I was out of energy, you know, after the first time control. So that's that Benko pawn. You can't ask me to play in the morning and survive two time scrambles. Alright. I hate morning too. I just want to play every tournament game at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I also wish we had like evening matches. What's the problem with like having why can't we have like team matches in the evening, for example? Friday night. What would be wrong with like Friday night? Everybody wants to party on Friday night. Alexander. Right, I know, Nils. Yeah, maybe you made me think of it subconsciously. Yeah, in places like the Netherlands, go to the coffee house, smoke some ganja, fire up the team match. No, I grew up that way. I grew up playing evening like club games, and I think I kind of miss that. Um, Also, weekend tournaments with evening rounds. I just can't stand playing in the morning. It drives me freaking crazy. Yesterday I had a gas station espresso from like a freaking machine. That was my breakfast. You're asking me to play a 2600 with a gas station coffee. It's just, it's criminal. It's heresy. Of course, I offered him a draw in a clearly better position. You can't ask that much from me. If you want me to play for more than a draw, you got to get me better coffee. Right. It's not the socialist system. This reminds me of the English. I admire you about that. You're a hard worker, Nils. Should be American. All right. You should have been an American. H6. What are we gonna do? Queen E7, knight F5. Yeah. You get along well with Elon Musk. Nylon mask. Work 7 days a week like a slave. So B takes C. Sleep in the office. I guess I can do. It's so close to the English. I can do knight e5, knight g6. Or just g5. It's. I have to ask World Loser if he would play g5 here. This is not a question of materialism. You know, it's like a very important pawn. But I think Castles is objectively okay. But you know, my opponents never spend any time. It's always my turn. Bishop c4 now. That's going too far. Wow. Asking for knight e5. This is close to a 4 knights English. Because he hasn't played c4, but the structure is basically the same. The d4 line of the 4 knights English. It's my turn now. And that's that. That is that. That is now the London system. Mr. Coffee, welcome. Happy birthday to me. Can't believe it. No way I'm this old. Knight c5. I don't know what to do. I can't decide. You take either bishop or none. Queen d3. Yeah, it's like that. I could just play d6. Do you guys like d6? I like d6. That's kind of an amusing move. Oops! I lost my knight variation. Raise your hand. It took me a while to see d6. Raise your hand if you would have played d6. We should have like like Zoom call where you can raise your hand. Remarkable. Now he has queen takes g6. Is bishop f7 something? Probably, but not very good. White's like strategically a bad place there. So I'm up a pawn for nothing, basically. Happy birthday. I would have played d6. Just hanging a knight. Ooh, it's 12:30 already. We got 45 minutes left. Hey, it's Miro. King Kong. So I lost my first game to Sue my hair. It turns out I played a really good game in the Hungarian Teen Championship according to Stockfish. I had like maybe my best over the board CPL. It was 7 CPL. No inaccuracies in a 44 move game yesterday. But I'm thinking Stockfish is just busted or something. Need a better computer. What about bishop d7? I mean, what's the plan? I mean, obviously I could take his bishop at some point. I don't like fixing his pawn structure particularly. I like these matching bishops. Bob's Ensemble, brought to you by Bishops. They're like cufflinks. How about queen f6 for an ugly move? Why would anybody do that? Well, it solves the problem of f7 being weak. I need a butter computer. I've got a butter computer. Well, I get it. Seriously? I was supposed to set it up like tomorrow. I've got a lot going on. Christmas is coming. I'm supposed to be like buying an apartment cheek. Is my queen trapped yet? Are we there yet? Does that win a queen? That'd be awesome if his queen was trapped. Bishop g4. His queen is not quite trapped. He has d5. He has d5 and e3. But I guess he has to play rook d2. Oh. Rook d2 would avoid any chance of losing the exchange, but my knight's hanging anyway. On g6. I can't let him take on g6, so I probably have no time to take his rook. The plan was supposed to be poster child. Knight a4 check. Sack your queen. I love pawn structure. We need some merch. Merch suggestions. I guess I could set up a merch store this year. Merch. Monday morning. I feel like Garfield. I mean, Garfield doesn't even work. Why does he hate Monday morning? Seriously. Where is everybody? They usually don't show up till later. Like a4 check. King a3. I have too many pieces hanging already for that. I don't want to let him take on g6, particularly. We have this move. Pawn and merch. Pawn merch. Look at that pawn structure. Mmm. Delicious. That's a bad move. Knight f5 is like the dumbest move ever. Thank you very much. I thought he was going to let me play rook e4. He even saw that. It's pretty tricky. Yeah, I really let him off the hook here. I mean, white should have been resigned already. He should have been already resigning, for sure. Black was lost like 6 ways from Sunday. He still has a wonderful pawn structure. That's the envy of everyone. In the neighborhood. Wow. Yeah, I'm not taking that. No way. He comes up with a lot of weird moves. Rook d5 now. Nope. No knight d5. I mean, rook d5. This was only a matter of time. Unbelievable. I believe I'm messing this up. He had the wrong knight move there. I knew he would find that eventually. Great Lazarus, thanks for joining us. Getting younger all the time. Thanks, Juicebox. We had a great birthday, pre-birthday simul yesterday. Hey, it's Miro. A Viking beer challenge. Playing a little bit better. Getting a little bit better every game. I try not to let Miro play the Benoni. Last time I did something stupid like Bishop G2. Alright, this again. No, I like the Benoni, but... Wow. What's that? That's interesting. So I can play d5 now, but I don't normally play fianchetto. I guess the next move is more interesting. Bishop e7, d5, and then he goes like b5. Castles cd4, knight d4 is like Capablanca Aliakin game 1. And Aliakin got busted in the first game of their World Championship match with black being too ambitious. You can also take with the queen here. I mean, queen takes is a mainline. That's a mainline hedgehog. I can try it. I never played this line. No, he doesn't have to play knight c6 there. No, actually, this could be... I'm afraid I might have done something inaccurate, but no, it's probably okay. I don't know if Hayes Miro's been studying his symmetrical English with black, but I sure as hell don't know the theory here. That's definitely not. Let's just say that I'm sure that's non-standard. No, but seriously, where do I go? I put my queen, where do I put my queen? On d2? I mean, what other place is there? Knight h5, queen d2. Bishop b4, that's very interesting. For all I know, this is like some weird variation. He decided not to do it. He doesn't play knight h5 a second time. Weird. Weird, man. This is so weird, man. Take the draw with black. Well, I don't know. If you play knight h5, I was going to play queen d2. And then I don't know what happens if you play like bishop b4. I think it's interesting. It would have been interesting. But alas, it will not happen today. So b3. An alternative diagonal. Guy who admire his optimism. I might get 10 move draws in my simul, but not in here. I was just messing around. I wouldn't make a draw. I'm white. I mean, I'm better. That's not going to happen. I don't do 10 moves draws in rapid games. There's always a chance. What's up? Everybody's here. Excel Poker for the birthday, actual birthday stream. We did a good simul yesterday, for those of you who aren't here. Tomorrow we're going to host a quick rapid tournament, probably 7-5. Wednesday is daytime stream. birthday. Knight d4. What's the word I'm looking for? Sick puppy. I think in order to play this move, you have to be really thinking in terms of tactics. But you know, the problem that it bothers me, it's like acerbate a lot of times. The problem with knight d4 is that it's not really a developing move. It does improve your bishop, and you have the problem with the clogged. Always a problem. So if knight d4, e5, interesting, and then I guess maybe queen h4, but I'm not going to give you that. I like this. Or maybe I don't. I thought I saw something here. You have the positional approach with e5. e5 queen g5 is a cool move. It doesn't work though. Does it? Anyway, e5 is very ugly, but maybe it could be playable. Yesterday I drew with Ante Brkic, this Croatian 2600, and I was clearly better when I gave him a draw. But honestly, I went through this really stressful time pressure to make it to move 40. I was like, screw it, man, I don't feel like doing this anymore. I'll just agree to a threefold rep. Chess is stressful, you know. Anand doesn't seem like he's stressed when he plays chess. But I think that comes from being like a genius. It's just so easy for him. And Hans Niemann. Alright, seriously. This is a beautiful thing, this position. Exactly the kind of position you want against finding Nero. Gotta keep him away from the tactics. It's like playing with explosives. No tactics for you, buddy. Knight a4. He has to move the bishop. You know what I'm thinking, right? I do have knight e4, queen e4. I need to double my rooks on the d file. God damn it. What do I do? Bishop e5, bishop d6. Another interesting move is... Alright, I can't decide what to do. e4. Wait a minute, maybe e4 is a move. This is crazy. That's just too aggressive. He's insta-played e5. Yeah, I guess it's not that bad for black. It's not that bad, but it's not that good. Now we torture Hayes Miro in a technical position where there's very few tactics. Hopefully. Hopefully. Oh my god, what a creative move. He's attacking my f2 square. He's a bad hombre. You know, I rely a lot on like prophylactic play, and oftentimes what was I saying? Oftentimes Oppenheimer. See, the problem is players that I can't predict their moves. With like Hayes Miro, these moves are like, where are these moves coming from? You know, that's kind of like where I'm at. The moves are just like from another dimension. So it's hard for me to play, you know, my style against players when I can't predict what they're going to do. When I play against other players who think like me, it's advantageous. I can know what they're going to do in advance. Like yesterday, everything Berkic did was like very principled, and I could even predict his moves. But with Hayes Miro, it's like he's coming up with surprising outside the box tactical moves that I wouldn't consider. That's why style comes into play so much, I think. Some people have a bad score against one player who objectively might be maybe not the best player, but against that particular player, their styles don't match up well. If I can't predict what my opponent's moves are going to be, I'm at a big disadvantage. My game is based on prophylaxis, and I got to be able to know what you're going to do. I'm threatening to trap his bishop and play bishop takes e5. Hold on. No, I don't understand. I don't understand. He just like overlooked b4. Okay. He's got the world loser time management system in effect. h5. maybe I give him too much credit. But I mean, the main thing was b5. I was very worried about b5. I was trying to encourage him to play a5. Then he has no counterplay with b5. I can play like a4. But he couldn't find a solution. What's he doing here? I wouldn't understand why you waste time on this move. I mean, you've only got one move, right? If it's bad, it's bad, but you got to do it. You know, bishop d4. Don't tank your time for no reason. I identify as a WGM. Definitely not MGM. Alright, he tanked his time for nothing. Trying to find the impossible, basically. No sense looking for the impossible. I love this move too. I love that. Oh God, I love that move. Now you want to trade rooks. Nice. Preempted my g4. Doesn't matter. Don't have to be a Akiba Rubinstein to win this. Yeah. He just couldn't wiggle out of this one. Still trying. Am I gonna self-mate myself somehow? Is that possible? Is there a mate here? I don't think so. He's trying to checkmate me. It's not really working. Played rook b5. Alright. This is a funny position though. I didn't calculate. Rook takes, pawn takes, king takes, and now g4. Takes, king takes, king takes. It's a draw. Oh my god. So I have to play f3. King takes, g4. Takes. Draw. Dude, are you serious? I just assumed it was a win. Oh my god. I didn't think there was any way this would be a draw with your king that far away. That's crazy. I still can't believe it. He makes it by a tempo. Takes, 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 here, f4, king d6, f5, takes, king takes, king e7, king g6, and then f5 or king f8. No, I mean, of course I was winning, but I was like, I had to be like Mr. Fancy just to be funny, and I assume it's a win. That's really sick. I mean, I should just take his pawns, you know, I'm totally winning, but never just assume, you know. That's why I tell everybody to always calculate. You know, preach what you practice. Practice what you preach. We're all tempted sometimes, you know, to do something just intuitively because it's fun, you know. But I try to take chess seriously. It's amazing how far his king is, and there's nothing I can do. I just assumed the levers were fast enough, but he gets back there. I really seriously started thinking about playing the Tarrasch, but people, all they do is play the freaking semi-Tarrasch. I mean, there is the Henning Shire Gambit. We'll say that for Wednesday. I feel like the Tarrasch kind of gets a bad rep. Bad rap. And rep. It has a bad rep, and it gets a bad rap. People discriminate against isolated pawns way too much, first of all. And secondly, I don't know what's secondly. What's secondly anyway? What's up with A4? I hate the Queen's Gambit declined. It's very passive. I feel like I'm gonna suffocate. But I do need to play more D4, D5. Because all I've ever played is like Indian defenses. For the most part, with knight f6, very one-sided. I didn't play enough d4, d5 with black. I feel like it's so fundamental. I didn't learn chess classically. It's been a kind of limitation for me. I mean, I'm basically white in a queen pawn game here. Because King Kong is, you know, he's adopted a kind of passive setup. Adoptments. Never play moves just for the sake of being fancy, right? Wow, bishop f1. Oh, I'm definitely playing bishop g4. Now where? You're dropping everything. You have knight takes d5? No. He's screwed here. Scrooged. That's ugly. Ugly. Oof. Yeah. Knight takes d4. You call it a no-brainer. Not so sure, you know. Black's practically winning without it. He's just really off. Yeah. You've got to play queen d1. You're only down a pawn. I mean, only your pawn structure is destroyed and you're down a pawn, but You know, I was wondering about this position. Is it even my best move? You know, the Aster mate might be better. If I play bishop c7. That's what I was thinking. Finally, I went with knight takes d4. Yeah, that's right. You gotta, you know, you want to take the pawn, but I think you should think, you know, about this at least. Black has a huge advantage. Okay, it was disaster. His move, you know, h3 is just terrible. He has to play like pawn takes c5. Give up the strong point in the center. No, it's funny, like sometimes you can do this sort of thing with white. But it's not a good setup. He's got Viking beer and testosterone. Alright guys, no more challenges. No more challenges. This is the last for the birthday boy. I'm gonna go back to sleep. Last challenge is Chucky, did you just donate 0 bits? Is that seriously a thing? Or is my screen just not working? Because that's pretty cool if you can donate 0 bits. First time, definitely the first time I would have seen that. I like the birthday hat. It's an empty birthday hat. Shocky. Haven't seen you in a long time. Party hat 0. Yeah. Well, that's generous. Thank you. It's the thought that counts. That's what we say. That's what we say in English, right? It's the thought that counts. Happy birthday. You just typed a 0? That wasn't like meant to be like a bit donation. You accidentally typed a 0. No cake. I'm not that big on cake anyway. I've never been a big cake person, personally. I like ice cream better than cake. They always seem to say like cake and ice cream, right? Cake's kind of overrated. Yeah, I agree with Turkey Farm. I like pie better than cake. Knight A3. Watch out. Ice cream cake. Cookie puss. When I think of ice cream cake, I think of cookie puss. I don't know about you guys. I wonder if Cookie Puss still exists. That was the best. As a child, like the ultimate day would have been like you go to like Pizza Hut for lunch and then get like an ice cream cake from Carvel. But that was a Delaware Valley business, wasn't it? Like a local thing. Masturbate, I feel like. Knight e4 is even tempting here, but that's not a very developmental move. I talk about this. Developing the pizzas. The pizzas! I don't know about this exchange. Pi r squared. Knight e4. This is so weird. How do I refute? How do I refute this? Refute this. Bishop d3, knight takes d2, queen takes d2, and then he plays like castles, right? Mr. Cuffy's a math nerd. It's not enough when you're like a chess nerd, you're a math nerd too. The prototypical math nerd. Oh no. He's getting his knight back in the game. Yeah, that makes sense. Unconventionally played by white. Unbelievable. Threatening queen f4. Crushing black into dust. So I have like nothing special here. Nothing freaking special. I'm castling. How's my bishop doing? I feel like I played this wrong, but I don't know what I was supposed to do. With his ridiculous knight a3, black should probably be better. But it looks like if I'm better, I'm only a tiny bit better. His position's not that bad. Chess Testosterone, we'll try to get that challenge in. Extra long birthday stream. I had trouble falling asleep. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning. I played a 13-hour poker session on Friday night. Friday night, came home, went to bed at like 8 o'clock in the morning. And when you do stuff like that, at my age, it messes up your like biological clock. I play both tournaments and cash, but the thing is, like, the tournaments, we don't really have much here in terms of, they're basically like big sit and goes. But yeah, I played just a really long cash game. I was having fun, but last night when I tried to go to sleep, it was like, oh yeah, wait, now my body thinks I'm supposed to go to sleep at like 8 a.m. It's funny how quickly like your body like adapts to the change, you know. Just like one night you don't sleep and immediately bip, like you're on a new sleep schedule. So what do you do here? That was rough though. I had the 13-hour poker, went to sleep 8 o'clock in the morning Saturday, Tried to just rest, and then I had to play this 2600 yesterday. It was tough, man. That's a tough weekend. But it's fun. Tough but fun. For an old man. No, I was like clearly better. And I was just too tired and stressed out. So I just allowed a threefold repetition. I mean, I knew I was clearly better. But I had to make like 10 moves in 2 minutes. And then when I made the time control, my handwriting is like, I'm like, damn, dude. I'm just too tired to be doing this. My goal was to not lose. I didn't think I would have like a clear advantage. If it had been a lower rated player, I would have had to have played for a win. It just wasn't that easy. Once I did that with Feingold too, I like gave him a draw in a clearly better position because I just didn't feel like, I was like, this guy's a really good player, and even if I could beat him, it's gonna be like pulling his teeth, you know? This means I'm gonna be like having to work for like 2 hours to maybe win this game, with a small risk of possibly like screwing up and losing. Oh my god, dude. You're not castling queenside. That's nuts. You are crazy, my friend. Crazy. How about not smoking too much weed? I'm not believer. Wow, dude. There's just no way. I mean, if I was to trade queens, he would be okay. Yeah, this is pretty weird. You almost get the impression like it might not be that bad. Crazy. But I don't think I should do anything fancy. Bishop c5 might work. I didn't even consider it. I tend to miss obvious tactics. But king c2 is like pouring kerosene on a burning like nuclear explosion. What's the point of king c2? Are you just like teasing me? Haha, I can put my king here and you can't do anything. And I've still got to play another game with Turkey Farm. I don't know, this week I was thinking about maybe we do a simul on Friday. What is it, the 23rd? Because we can't do a Christmas simul. But I don't want to cancel it. Simul is my favorite thing. Maybe we'll do a 23rd Friday night simul Probably I won't go to play poker this weekend. Too close to Christmas. I really I like how creative Viking beer is. New question: how much luck is involved in poker? A lot. I mean, I think everybody's gonna give like different answers on that. I feel like it's like 90% luck. But, I'm talking about kind of like the short term. It feels like it's 90% luck in the short term. But it's the long term that really matters. I'm sure you could ask like 10 people that same question and everybody would give like a different answer. Whereas like chess is like the opposite. Chess is like 10% luck. Luck being like percentage of the time opponents like make really really bad blunders. I gotta go, guys. Last game. Sorry for Sato. I already called last game for testosterone. We're late already. Who you get paired against in a tournament is luck. If your rivals like blunder and lose, that's luck. Things like that. I feel like they're, polar opposites in that sense. Testosterone, what do you play again? You're not allowed to play like. Well, I was just talking like a minute ago about playing against people that I can't predict their moves. I can predict certain styles of players moves much better. Obviously in bullet that's important. The Philidor with white again. Oh no. Dude. What am I gonna do with you? If I had remembered you played this, I wouldn't have taken this challenge. You're gonna do this to me? Dude, I just want to pull my hair out. I'm not bald yet, but I will be after this game. It's like playing the Stonewall or something. Well, Juicebox Wizard, castling queenside, in the Queen Pawn games is something that should be done sparingly. You have to be very picky about like when you do that. It's not an E4 opening, I don't remember what I played. I did like G6 against testosterone last time. B4 is pretty weird. How bad can it be, though? You know? Yeah, I mean, I know some good players. I have some friends who played this crap with, like, Vita Levente played D3 against me. Zoli Varga plays it all the time. It's awful for white, but you know, how bad can it be? I mean, you're you're just playing the Philidor with an extra move. It's not that bad. It's the kind of position that arises that drives me crazy. It's very closed. It's like going to be a 100-move game. I like strategic positions, but not in blitz chess, just in long games. It's good for people who play bullet or whatever, want to mindlessly like play a whole bunch of moves very quick. But I think in terms of real chess, it's sort of not very good. And you're just playing the old Indian, you know, every game. There's really essentially no difference between this. I mean, in the old Indian, okay, my pawn is on c5. In a sense, it's like worse than the old Indian. For white. There's no c5 weakness. I mean, it's kind of like the... how to compare it to something. I guess it's kind of like playing the hippo, you know? You just do it against anything. And it's playable, but kind of lame. Probably good against like weak players who don't know what they're doing. But against someone who's very patient and has a lot of strategic understanding. I'm not going to make a mistake, like exchanging pawns on e4. Now, well, it would be better to exchange pawns now than it was before. But I think pushing is a legitimate concept. Testosterone is now playing the Roy Lopez. So the Philidor became the Roy Lopez. That's weird. Testosterone's ratings. 2015 bullet. 17,000 bullet games, dude. 7,000 blitz games. But at least he has 5,000 rapid games. Some classical. So in his defense, he doesn't play just bullet, which is good. I think the bullet is a waste of time, probably destructive. If you never played anything faster than 5-0, you'd be good. There's no reason to play faster than that. I think it's produces like bad quality chess and makes you a mindless zombie. But this time control is okay. 5 minute is okay. You can play decent quality chess. It's the Roy Lopez. Okay, now what? Right. Well, not so easy. I don't love how I, set this up. Bullet is good for your cardio. Not for me, man. Gives me like heart palpitations and stuff. He's probably killed people. So I was thinking knight b8 anyway. To be honest, this is where I was gonna go. Ironically, I had a similar game yesterday with white in the simul. Weird, man. So what should I do? Knight d7? Then a5. I think I have to stop that. We have to play a5. Because he can play c5, but he can't hold the c5 square. He can push here, and taking is probably bad for me. Yeah, but he can't maintain control of this square, it looks like. There is a problem, though, for me. If he pushes c6, my knight is dead. So I can't let that happen. Well, that doesn't leave us with too many options, right, boys and girls? This is our only option. It's funny, I've never seen it happen in a Philidor. Someone's knight gets crushed permanently. He just went for it. Do you have any suggestions here for black? Alright, am I losing a pawn? Weird. I'm not losing a pawn yet. But ultimately, I don't know. I'd rather lose this pawn than let the queen side get trashed. It's a practical decision. Hard to believe testosterone has, what's his score? 9.5 lifetime. How does that work? But I'm not even a professional, you know. I mean, I'm kind of like a semi-professional chess player. Yesterday I played this team where those guys are professionals. I mean, their team, their top 4 boards is like a freaking Olympiad team. I think if you want to get better at something, you got to take it seriously. It depends on what your goal is, you know. You just want to have fun, very well. Fare thee well. Yeah, dude. I mean, testosterone, this is brutal, dude. He's playing like God. How is he 2195? 2195 rapid, 1998 blitz, 2000 bullet. Dude, what? I mean, let's see his max blitz rating. I mean, dude, with this strength, you gotta like be able to reach 2400 blitz. His rating suddenly went up at the end there. What's his max blitz rating? 2094? Wow, dude, that's crazy. Maybe he gets some time pressure. He's good at bullet, though. He's just, like, destroying me. He's destroying me. Seriously. Maybe he makes tactical mistakes. I don't know. There is one thing I like though. If f5, my bishop's trapped, but I have like take e4. Not sure if that's enough, but it's something. There's this. I just don't want my bishop to get permanently like shut out of play. I don't really know what to do though. We're in a lot of trouble here. The Philidor. But why can't I take on f4 now? I usually never let this happen. I almost always play a5 early on. Wow. Well, that's not happening. Are we there yet, donkey? What are you gonna do? Rook f1? That's alright. You do that. You do that. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But his extra pawn, you know, doesn't matter that much. Cheapo. Well, I don't want to lose my pawn for nothing. Well, we probably will anyway. I had g5 there. Oh, he's defending. I guess I can play bishop b4 if I have to. What's that about? What is that about? Now. What are you on about? Oh no. Rook takes h2. Doesn't work. Does that work? He's got to take with the queen. And I have two queens. I have two queens. I have two. He has two rooks for the queens. I'm winning here. I managed to come back from the precipice of death. Yeah, man, you had me. Alright, guys, gotta go. Happy birthday to me. Thanks to all you guys for being my friends. And, yeah, we'll be back tomorrow night. I gotta post a link for, we gotta make up a tournament. Also, Thursday subscriber stream. Possibly, Friday simul instead of Christmas this week. Thanks, guys. Good games. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.